I don't know, man. This version 11 update's kind of spooky.
I just want something to do, honestly. Because, like, I mean, Arena Kawamatsu came out, and, like,
Dude,
I got really lucky. It seemed like a lot of people got good
yeah,
orb drops.
orb drops seemed. I mean, to be fair, I got I think 12 orb drops in the time it took me to max him out, so I could max out 2 of them. That's how
Oh,
unlucky I got in
damn.
the skill ups, but I got really lucky in the in the orb drops though, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, because, like, I think I got all my orbs in, like, 10 to 15 runs. Like, it
Mm.
was super quick. Where, like, last month I got absolutely
Oh
shafted.
yeah,
But I don't know if they buffed it or just it's a coincidence that a lot of people that we talked
I
to got
mean,
their orbs.
benefit of the doubt, you hope they would have buffed it, but
Yeah, because it's so bad when you've got the character already maxed and you just need those stupid limit break materials because
that's
you
it.
can't feed copies until you like limit break them. I mean, I guess technically you get so many copies you
Yeah,
technically could do that, but
I
you
wish it
know,
was like those limit breaks where I think the Whitebeard, the most recent Whitebeard that came out, he's like his potential abilities were already like from regular
yeah,
materials, and then the
I
other
agree.
stuff is just gravy. So like
I
there's
agree.
no pressure on people that are maybe a little bit more casual to have to max them out or get all the orbs completely. So
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I agree. Ah, it's
speaking of casual,
yes,
uh, yeah, we're half a podcast today, but what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 47 of the Good Great Perfect podcast. Unfortunately, it's actually the Australian podcast. We're changing it. We're not talking about Treasure Cruise
indeed.
today. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of us were super busy this week, so our general recording time is kind of messed up, and everyone's doing this and that. I think Flamevious has passed away, so rest. No, I'm joking, but he's definitely probably tired. It's pretty late for him, and Knight is unfortunately still at work, so it's just gonna be me and Todd for the time being. Hopefully, Flame pops in at some point, but
Well, we'll see how we
we'll see how
go.
we go. Not a lot of news until today, thankfully, very much. But we have a few things to talk about, and then we have a lot of good questions as well. So it's
Beautiful.
gonna be a lot of back and forth from Todd and I for this episode. But sit back, relax. Your two favorite Australians are here to swing you away. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Scooper Pirate Rumble unit out of nowhere.
That was kind of crazy, actually.
Uh,
Um,
is is pretty good. The Psy meta still continues to get even stronger with Scooper's release, but kind of bonkers. So like the unit itself, special and captain, are kind of whatever, but his Pyre Rumble abilities. He's special, which is on a 24 CT, 2x character attack and damage to enemies in a sidewards medium range, level 7 attack down to enemies for 20 seconds, which is just insane. And
that's great.
his ability is Psi Allies level 8 HP up, level 5 attack up.
That's
And
nuts.
then his resistances is immune to paralysis, and then reduces 30% of incoming int damage.
That passive alone is so good.
Is
8 HP?
8
What?
HP, 5 attack, but like his special is bonkers. Level
Yeah.
7 attack down to 2 enemies. While it is 2 enemies, it's 20 seconds, but his CT is on a 24-second run. So
Yeah.
like he's just gonna be popping his special so consistently because Psy have such good like CT reducing units as well.
I mean, yeah, you'd put like him, like Wano Law probably. You'd
Yep,
have Enel still. You
yep,
maybe Rebecca, because like Rebecca
100%.
and Toy Soldier have such a good passive by themselves. I mean, like what else could you put?
You could put
Yama
Kizaru, you could
potentially.
put
Kizaru's
Roger,
fresh.
you could
Oh my
put.
god, yeah.
There's so many like Psy units that are actually like really, really good. So like Psy once again getting a buff. Unfortunately, our homies in the strength camp still struggling, and yeah,
Yeah.
but no, Scope is really good. But I think like there's like two more things that I wanted to really discuss. One
Mm.
is that Whitebeard versus Shanks is on the Scooper banner.
Oh, that's
So
good.
what does that like what would that entice you to do, especially because like for the last couple episodes we've been really talking about like the amount of releases that JP has received in the last like month and a half 2 months, being like 8 to 10 legends, especially with one of them being Whitebeard versus Shanks.
Right.
Does this kind of encourage or entice you at all to wait for this banner to pull potentially Whitebeard and Shanks, or like where does it shift you there?
I don't know. I feel like if you're more free to play centric, you probably would still be trying to avoid the Pirate Rumble banners in general.
Yeah.
Unless if like the entire legend pool you don't have, because that means like, every red that you get is something good. But
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it's that enticing unless if they release another Rumble Legend,
Yeah,
which honestly I'm kind of surprised they haven't done yet.
exactly. Yeah,
It's
it's
so
very,
weird.
very true.
Yeah,
Because the legends on the banner itself, NLV2, like at least like the main five, NLV2, Whitebeard vs Shanks, V3 Akainu, V3 Boa, and 1 Law. And the
yeah,
structure's pretty good. Discount multi, guaranteed last post is Pyre Rumble level 3, multi 3 is guaranteed level 5, and then the multi 4 is a 1 gem. And then multi 5 is guaranteed banner unit. And I believe
yeah,
Whitebeard vs Shanks and Enel were both banner units.
yeah. That's pretty fantastic
And
actually.
Toy Soldier and Rebecca and Calgara Nolan. So
Hmm.
like if you're missing like Toy Soldier, Rebecca, and a Whitebeard vs Shanks and Scope, obviously, for me personally, like especially with how much we've talked about in terms of how many legends have released in that block of period, especially because like when you think about it, you're gonna be like I think the mainstay is you're pulling for the 3 Super Sugofest units, the Sugofest exclusive units that is, and then you have the Kizuna, Ace, and Sabo, which is pretty good of a unit. Plus, it kind of ties in with what Knight was mentioning a few episodes ago. That whole point of like they're the only unit that boosts the amount of boss coins you can earn. So like, there's also an additive benefit to having them. And then you have Whitebeard vs Shanks and Marco as well. So like, there's a lot at stake here, and I feel like there's definitely a potential that as long as this banner kind of plays the same as it did on JP, I feel like a lot of global players should wait to be pulling these banners, especially from what we saw with the Ace vs Akainu banner. How the subsequent banners after that all had Ace vs Akainu boosted as well.
True. Like, and the thing is if you don't have like a good Pyre Rumble team, you could literally just do a bunch of multis on this banner and construct a whole team just from this banner, which is
Pretty
crazy.
much.
Yeah.
I think Stump, shout out Stump. He started a JP account like during the anniversary time, and he did a bunch of multis on this and pretty much got the whole side team like ready to roll.
Sick.
And the side team is unbelievably powerful. Plus,
Yeah,
Scooper adds so much more to the dynamic of that whole entire team.
that's fantastic.
But I
Yeah.
guess then, like, what does this lead? Like, does this like? So a lot of the community's been teasing and questioning. Like, we got a Scooper unit, we got a young Rayleigh unit. Is this alluding to anything? Is like,
That would be cool
do you
though.
think this is the? Do you think like? Do you think we'll talk about our One Piece Day predictions a little later? But do you think this is alluding to anything like at all potentially, or do you think it's just a coincidence because it aligns with what the anime like kind of released?
I don't know. That is interesting if they actually end up releasing something on One Piece Day with this theming.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be an interesting way to do it because they had the Rayleigh's like the free to play unit for this month's Rumble in Japan, and then they released the Rumble Sugo, which has the Scopper character.
Yeah.
And I just there is the potential that it could happen, whether it be like a Whitebeard and Roger versus character, or like or just a new Whitebeard in
Yeah.
general, or a new Roger, or a new Odin, something like that. There is potential that could happen for sure. Are they
Totally
going
agree.
to do it? I don't know. I
It's
don't think
hard.
it's. I feel like they'd probably save it for like an anniversary or a New Year's celebration,
Mm-hmm.
but who knows? Who knows?
We'll have to wait and see. But overall, what
Yeah.
do you think? Scooper? Yes? No? Must
I
pull?
like we got to rate him out of 10, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. What are you thinking?
As a Pirate Rumble unit, I'd probably rate him like a 7 or an 8.
Yep.
And then as like a regular character, it's whatever. I
Trash.
don't care about
It
that.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I still think that like out of all the banners that released, so you have like the Kizuna banner, you have the Pirate Rumble banner, you have the regular Sugo, Super
Yeah.
Sugo support banners. I still hold that Pirate Rumble banners are probably the lowest priority.
Yeah, I'd
Just
agree.
because a lot of the time the Pirate Rumble units themselves don't necessarily impact that much. Like obviously, like that could be taken out of context, but like they are fantastic. But I feel like it's not a necessity, especially
No.
when you looked at like the OG like slasher team. That was all legends pretty much, and like like all that kind of stuff. I mean, the quick team was essentially like pretty much like all the characters are either free to play or they're legends. There's not really a lot of space until later on, of course. Maybe like sure you can make a shout in there, but like for the time being on global at least, it's kind of not a necessity here. But like
Mm.
I think what Todd mentioned earlier, if you don't really have like a set in stone Rumble team, this banner, I think, is fantastic to pull on because Annal's available. YP
Yeah.
Shanks are a fantastic legend. Calgara Nolan's a banner unit. Toy Soldier Rebecca are a staple unit for the side team as well.
Wano Law was on the banner.
Wano Law's on
well.
the banner.
Like, you can
V3
build a whole
Boa.
team from
Like
just
V3 Boa as well.
Yeah.
An incredible unit too. So definitely worthwhile there.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting banner.
So, Todd, did you pull on the Baroque Works support Sugo or the TM Sugo?
Oh, I did pull on both of them,
And
and
how did we go?
yeah, the support banner was a bit underwhelming for me. I did 2 multis and only got the 2 guaranteed support characters, so that wasn't great.
Yikes.
First multi, I got Suru getting the gums out,
Get the gun shout out night.
and the second multi, I got one of the new characters, which was Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine, which is the support unit for Ace, which is not
Yes,
bad. You know,
that's
we take
good.
those.
That's it.
And then for the treasure map, did 4 multis, got 2 Kizaru and 1 Onigumo, which is fine because those
That's
are the
good.
2 that I wanted the most.
Mhm.
Gup's obviously really good for the treasure map,
Yep.
but outside of treasure map, I feel like the Kizaru and the Onigumo will be a little bit more valuable as supports
Mhm.
for Akainu and stuff.
Totally,
How about
totally
you?
agree. I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to pull on TM.
Yep.
Purely because like the legend I'm missing is Zoro. And it's like, do I really want to drop 5 multis on TM? Like, I already have all the rare recruits and Ace Akainu. Like, I feel like I can get around all the TM stuff with
And
the
plus,
with the
you know,
batch.
One Piece Day is coming.
Exactly,
French
you know.
Anniversary is coming. So
You know, I might as well keep the gems in the safe there. But I did pull on the support suit. I did 4 multis.
Ooh, okay.
I think I got like 12 support units. Every support suit I pull, I can't pull Brule though. She doesn't exist in my game. I swear, like I've done so many multis for that woman, and she just doesn't exist. But I pulled now get this. I pulled Dagama support. He was new. Let's go. But I got pretty lucky. I got Mr. 1 and Miss Doublefinger, and I got Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine. So
Nice.
both really good support units there. Do you think it's worthwhile pulling on the support Sugo, especially this one?
For most people, I feel like the best thing to do is to just do the first one, because the first one is a 30 gem multi and you get 1 guaranteed support unit, and if you're lucky enough, you might get 1 or 2 others along the way.
Yeah.
I feel like the discount multi is like pretty worth it because some of those rare recruit support units are just so insane and they help you clear content so much easier. So I feel like for most players, maybe not if you're like raw free to play, like legit don't want to spend any money, but if you're the type of player that, you know, will spend money here and there, you only spend a couple bucks per month. This is a banner that I would probably recommend doing a 30 gem on.
Yeah,
for sure.
I totally agree. Especially because like from what we know, like the next support Sugo is Sengoku.
Right.
At least like in terms of like quote unquote new releases, because he came out on JP. I think he just released or recently released on JP. So like this is the last support Sugo as far as we know.
Like a new batch release.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So like maybe it's worthwhile. I think I totally echo what you said. 30 gem multi is a fantastic get. You could get lucky and get another one along the way, but at least getting 1 support unit, you know, could be a completely big game changer. Could allow you to clear a GARP challenge finally, or anything of the sort. And these support units, all of them are actually quite incredible. So I definitely feel.
I mean, you might get unlucky and get someone like, you know, the old Mark, you know, or Iceberg or something, which is not useful. But you got other ones like Carrot, like the part-time Carrot. You got Brule, supports Sengoku, supports Sabu, who's going to be good for Luffy when he comes out, the 7th anniversary Luffy. Like, yeah, there's just so many good ones. I feel like the positives just outweigh the negatives.
I think it's worthwhile, especially if you don't have support units at all. I think it's worthwhile to chuck a discount, like without a doubt in my mind. But I think the more interesting part here was on the TM banner and on the support, and like we mentioned before, Ace versus Akainu was available.
Yeah.
Which is bonkers.
I really want people to get him.
I mentioned to you like in a previous episode, I was like, there's no way they do this because the Ace versus Akainu banner would like. There's no way they've released this banner after the Ace Akainu banner because they wouldn't want him to be on separate banners and people to like. But they did it. Like, if you didn't pull for Ace versus Akainu, I would honestly suggest doing your multis on this support Sugo, or potentially if you want to risk it even further, wait until we know what's happening for One Piece Day or for French Day. But that's a bigger risk.
Yeah,
but
because the support banner is going to be here for like a month. Right?
It's like 40 plus days still to go. So like there's a lot of time to make your decision there. But if you're missing a lot of supports and you don't have Ace Akainu, like, I don't know, it's kind of a good banner to at least chuck like 5 multis on at minimum. Like, I mean, look at the legend list for the support Sugo is incredible.
Right.
Ace Akano, Kaido, Big Mom, Luffy Sanji, Mihawk Perona, Sabo Koala, Bullet, like,
very good list.
Bonkers in terms of like the quality of
yeah.
legend. You know, you're gonna walk away with some heat from that Sugofest without a doubt.
Yeah, and it's a regular rate to get legends. You know, 5%, 0.5 per character, which is what we're pretty used to. So, yeah, it's a good Sugo. It is a good Sugo.
I totally agree there for sure. I would say like it's worthwhile without a doubt. Speaking on Sugos though, Kizuna Doflamingo, he's coming out standard.
I actually just read up the other day about what that Doflamingo actually did, and I was like gobsmacked at how good that Dofi actually is.
Cracking unit, if I remember correctly.
He's so good. I mean, we kind of need a new Dofi legend, to be honest.
Hey, One Piece Day. Oh,
that'd be nice.
please. But Beautiful Doflamingo brings with it 6+ Nami, a V2 released.
Yes, that is true.
Another mid-tier 6+, but you know, we'll take them as they come. But
at least she does damage now, so you can have smoker support.
That's it. That's honestly like the biggest reason for it. That Doflamingo though, 100 times characters attacking type damage to all enemies, adjacent orbs into matching, enemy threshold reduction, and defense duration by 5 turns. If HP is above 70% of the time the special is activated, increases duration of any chain multiplier, chain lock, or chain boundary debuffs by 1 turn. Pretty freaking good in terms of
unit. Your Akainu go to a 3-turn chain lock,
which is just bonkers.
And he's a driven slasher. It would have been nice if he was a shooter. Actually.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Oof, but still great. Like good utility, damage to all enemies, adjacent slots matching. Like this unit's so good. And he's a Dofi character, so he has a couple decent supports as well. So. Good unit.
Totally.
Then it also comes across with the Sugo is going to be debuting a new Crocodile.
Yes.
And the Croc is actually really good too. And surprisingly enough, if you guys were lucky enough to pull the PR RR from the previous month's Kizuna, it actually works like really well with that character because both this Crocodile and the PR RR from last month are cerebral and driven captains with cerebral and driven specials.
He's good. Attack down and despair by 6 turns. Enemies increase defense duration by 6 turns. If your captain is a driven or cerebral character, boost color affinity of driven and cerebral characters by 2x for 1 turn. Hey yo, hold on. That's kind of... And it looks like Ace vs. Akano is also on this banner too, so...
Of course. Oh no.
I guess, alright, well that's a good point there. We have the TM banner. I think this video will go up before the TM banner leaves, but I don't think it's very worthwhile to pull on it when TM kind of ends. But
no.
You have, alright, well then we'll say the support Sugo or this Kizuna Sugo.
Oh.
That's a good point of discussion here. What I have 10 multis worth of gems, and I'm willing to spend them. Where do I spend these gems?
That's tough. Honestly, the more I think about it, it depends on your situation. If you have like no support rare recruits, probably a support banner. But like, I feel like for the Kizuna, if we had like the Capone Fire Tank Pirates and like Ace and Sabo, then for sure that one. But
oh yeah, big time.
Because we lack those other Kizuna legends, probably the support banner might be a little bit better. But then you also got to remember that if you're not pulling on the Kizuna banner, you don't get access to the limited rare recruits and the other Kizuna rare recruits, which are kind of nice.
That's where like my kind of comparison really starts to draw in line, where it's like, are you lacking like limited rare recruits? Or are you lacking supports? I think a lot of the time people will be lacking supports over limited rare recruits, but some of these limited rare recruits are like pretty bonkers. Plus Sanji pudding is nothing to scoff at. Shout out Sleeping Flamevious, but like it's kind of cracking. Plus Ace Akano on this banner too. Sanji pudding, like there's a lot to and the steps aren't too bad. Guaranteed Kizuna rare recruit on the first multi. Second multi is the trashy Sugofest exclusive or rate boosted. Third is recommended character is anyone in the picture thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 4th is a 1 gem. And then 5th is another guaranteed character.
I think the recommended I think is like Brook, Sogeking, Crocodile, Ace Akainu, and Sanji Pudding.
That's nuts. Obviously, like, Brook and Sogeking are kind of mid.
Yeah.
But like Croc, Sanji Pudding, or Ace Akainu.
Yeah.
For 3 multis. Like I don't know, man. Kind of worth. I mean, unfortunately, no discount. Actually, it is a discount. Sorry.
Yeah, the first multi is discounted.
That was sneaky. They didn't write discounted, but if you look at the 10+1, it says 30 gems. So I don't know, man. That's pretty good. So you walking away with like either Sanji Pudding, Ace Akainu, or Croc if you get lucky. Like all 3 of those are fantastic options there.
And potentially getting like other Kizuna rare recruits or limited rare recruits along the way.
You're guaranteed at least one from the first multi, and then maybe a second one from the third one. And then the 4th multi is 1 gem. So you chuck that in as well. You know, like who knows where we're gonna be rolling from there. But it's tough. That's a tough ask. This banner will be around for a lot less though, unfortunately. So
oh really? When does the Kizuna banner end?
It starts the July 13th, and the image says like 2 days left. So I don't know. It'll probably be around for the duration of Kizuna.
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
So about 5 or 6 days at most.
Yeah.
Neo Jinbei is available for like 6 days. I think it is. Yeah. Kizuna starts on the 14th of July. So PST. So probably till that's probably gonna end around One Piece Day. Everything's coinciding, man.
Actually, wait, doesn't the Ace Akainu login celebration end on the 20th?
That ends on the 20th, and I think the World Top 100 ended on the
22nd.
22nd. So we could get Magellan. Is he going to squeeze in there? Is it possible?
I feel like if Magellan doesn't come out after the Kizuna clash, he's probably
French Annie, surely, right?
He could. I don't know.
Either. This is hard.
Know how they could do that.
All right, I don't know. We'll get into all that kind of stuff, but before, news alert. I mean, this would be old ass news when we release the episode, but of the day of recording, we got a random 11.1 update for the JP version. So once again, global down bad, no updates, but JP version has a bunch of new things. There's going to be a new friend invite function. There's going to be an adding friendship mission. There's going to be really cool part here. 100% skill up for the first 14 days for new players.
That's good. That's really, really good.
The generic adding new character functions, renewing some functions. Renewing some functions is a new thing, though. That's interesting. They said improvements to the Mera ability, which is supposedly V3 Bowl special, and they're changing the app icon and title screen.
That is interesting. I feel like
there's a lot to digest there. There's a lot.
Okay, let's just go from top to bottom. Yeah. Okay, so new friend invite function. What?
Does this mean like inviting like new players, like new accounts or something like that?
That's what I was thinking first.
Or is this like a new way to invite to get friends in the game? I think if it's saying new friend invite, I feel like with the whole idea of adding friendship missions, new friend invite, and players getting 100% skill up for the first 14 days, it has to coincide with adding new people into the game.
Yeah, I would say it's like if you get people to join in and they use like a link that you send them, or if they use a certain code, then you get like a reward for it. Like if that new player uses your link, gets to like a certain point in the story, or gets to a certain pirate level, then you get, a gem or something like that.
You know what though? Like that'd be easily exploitable, but really cool.
Right, exactly.
That's the unfortunate part. It'd be very easy to exploit.
Unless if they limit it per month, like you can only do it to 5 times per month or something.
Look, I mean, like any sort of way to like increase the gem income is always a positive thing in my books.
Yeah.
But I think that's really cool though. And I think just in general, not even associated with the friendship thing, for new players getting 100% skill for the first 14 days is obscene.
That's very useful.
You can push a new account so far with that as well.
Yeah, the first 14 days, you can get so far in a new account, and having accessibility to get 100% skill up, meaning that like if you go to like a new account and you're rerolling for like the best character at the time, And if you're able to beat some of this like relatively recent content, you can get that character maxed out super quickly and just get so far ahead and get yourself prepared. And this is nice because it's always hard when you first start a new game.
Yeah.
Especially for treasure cruise and trying to get like your foothold into the game, and having 100% skill up will definitely speed up that process, and maybe will make the process of playing the game a little bit better for those players. So I like that.
I totally agree. I think that like I think it's one of the unfortunate like hardships of Treasure Cruise is that for people that have been playing it for years, it's pretty simple. You know, like we know like the ins and outs, we know how the game works, we know like there's the strategies and the mechanics and the features. But for somebody who just jumps into Treasure Cruise, I think I gave my account to my friend the other day to verse like Monster Chopper or whatever, right? And I just said, here's my box, build a team and try it. I didn't give them any, and they had V2 Shirasheri as the captain, but then they had like Dex Kaido as the friend, you know, like, and I was like, all right, thank God they picked Kaido because they can easily clear the content. But like, it's like the whole notion of like, and I was like, oh, by the way, you can switch this character, and then they're like, what the hell? Like, there's so much involved with it, but like having this at least is like a stepping stone to be like, okay, if I watch a Treasure Cruise content creators videos and get an idea of how to clear a particular bit of content, for example, I can clear that and do it. Plus with Chobman missions as well. Like I was recently trying to max out a few of the Chobman missions. When you get to like the master missions, you get like 10 copies of Kuma, 10 copies of Boa, 10 copies of Eno, for example. That's 10 guaranteed skill ups on those units. While it won't max them out completely, and probably you won't get to the master missions in that period of time. Actually, you might, in all honesty, right? But like having that potential to just at least get 10 skill ups on a character makes them so much easier to use in content, opposed to getting like 1 or 2 skill ups if you're lucky.
That's massive. Yeah, that's such a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
because like, even like the size straw hats as well. They give you a butt ton of copies of that. Plus, you have to farm the event in the Chopman missions. So you're probably going to walk out of that event with max skill size straw hats. And those size straw hats can clear a lot of content. Like that's a very good team as well. Lots of debuff removal. Luffy's a fantastic captain with the super type ability. Like you can wave clear very easily with that. So you can clear easy content very fast. So like... It's very straightforward, I feel like, when it comes to that. And I think it's a fantastic thing they're adding there.
That's great.
Adding new character functions. It's pretty stock standard for them to...
Yeah, this is not very uncommon, but like it's weird timing. Like, why would they bring out this update at this point in time? Like, I don't... It's weird.
One Piece Day?
I mean, even like One Piece Day, though, I feel like if they were going to have like a full-on update, that they might have brought this out
like the day before or something like that.
Yeah, like you remember what they did last year? They had a huge maintenance before it, and then they're like, oh, here's the maintenance completed, and here's lore. He's just sitting there.
I remember sitting in your stream, and everyone just spamming lore, and you're like, what do you mean lore? Like, what's going on? I think because maybe Anlord had gotten the downloads from JP a little earlier or something like that, and everyone was spazzing out saying lore on JP, and then we've realized, oh shit, he's on global too. What the hell is going on? But
that was so crazy.
Mad exciting. Renewing some functions.
Renewing some functions. Maybe it could have something to do with the alliance function in some way. I'm not sure.
Surely, maybe. Renewing TM ? Please help. No. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like renewing treasure map might be a little bit of a big.
No, it wouldn't be a 5. It would be like a 30-hour maintenance. Like, surely. But yeah, to mention, this is a 5-hour maintenance, so you know it's not too bad. I think it's from like I think it's like from reset to for 5 hours from there. 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. JST. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it is 1 a.m. JST. That's a long ass maintenance. God damn. Oh, like early in the morning. That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. Renewing some functions is interesting. I don't really.
Yeah, it's too vague.
Yeah. Improvements to the Mera ability. V3 Bowls special. I don't know if it is V3 Bowl special. That's just what's been tacked on
Well, she's the only one that has something to do with Mirror, unless if
correct.
there's something else coming out.
Because they
something to do with
specifically mention as well, like in Japanese, they write metal as well. So like,
Yeah.
it has to, like, it's a very specific thing.
What about the Mirror ability could they actually improve?
Maybe they're gonna change the way. Maybe they're gonna add, like, I don't know, because like the only way they'll do it is either it's a new boa, which would be kind of crazy in itself, right? Or it's a 6+ to V3, and they're gonna alter how her special works.
I guess the only thing that I can think of that would like make it better is if it bypassed immunity.
Because her special, I just picked it up just then, reduces cooldown of all characters by 2 turns, inflicts metal state to all enemies, and recovers 11 times characters' recovery in HP at the end of the turn for 5 turns. And then the metal state is prevents enemies from attacking until 15 combo hits are dealt to that character.
Well, what if they mean, like, if they're in that state, you know, when they're in that state, they can still activate effects.
Maybe
it's going to stop them from that.
That'd be... Bowl would get a huge buff then.
That would be cooked.
I think it'd be really good, like you said, if it could go through like barrier, if it could go through like that kind of, not barrier, but like you could go through like a lot of like that kind of stuff.
If you've got full immunity, you can't inflict them with the status.
So surely
if they change that,
maybe 6+ bowl was a thing for coming, and then it's
like it happened last month, you know, with the 6+ Germa. A lot of people didn't think it could ever happen, and it ended up happening. So
we know that Sabo's coming next, which is which is sick
as a 6+, yeah.
But like, does that mean that it's gonna be like they might art it from Sabo from Riviere? That'd be pretty cool. But like,
who knows? That would be cool though.
But like, where does Boa this is such a this is what threw me off completely.
It's such a left field thing. Like no one, like everyone just kind of like said whatever to Boa. Like Boa doesn't need an upgrade. Honestly, like Boa's fine the way she is with her special anyway. So it's so strange that she's actually getting a slight buff. Like we don't even know what the buff is yet, so we'll have to wait.
We haven't had a buff since bloody Sengoku. Like.
Yeah, that's actually true. There hasn't been too many updates. There's just straight up buff a particular character. So this is very obscure, very, very strange.
Because there was a few things that I put in like in the other news. Like for example, like they did alter Kyoshiro and Kuromasaki to be considered Denjiro and Hiyori. So like maybe they're kind of falling along like the line where they're gonna be potentially like this is like all tinfoil hat theorying right now. But like, who knows? But it's such an oddly specific thing to mention, like the metal ability to be updated too. So I guess we'll have to wait and see exactly what that is.
What if it's a PvP update?
Oh shit! What if a special can put people in the metal state for like X amount of time?
That would be cool.
So it's like it's not movement seal, but it's like movement seal, but it's not exactly movement seal or whatever. It's like only
they can't move until they're hit by something or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like which could be like gross if the RNG played it right. You could just block off like
because Boa's special in Rumble already only targets one character.
Yeah, so maybe
one character,
it just puts them into a mirror state, and then it doesn't they can't move or they can't damage or they can't special or whatever until they get hit.
Yep.
So that could be really good. If that's the case, side teams stay winning. Like, on the real, that side team is very powerful. We didn't even mention units like Germa on the side team as well. So, like, they're banging too. And then also getting a changing app icon and title screen.
I'm not expecting too much for this.
Maybe it's Wano themed?
I honestly think all it's going to be is it's going to be, like, a different Luffy, as in like the icon will just be like a Luffy character we already have.
Yeah.
And then I could just see the title screen being like One Piece Day celebration on top of it. That's all I can see it happening. Unless if they are literally releasing a full-on batch for One Piece Day, then I don't expect that to be the case.
I don't expect it either, but this is kind of throwing me for a loop a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just the fact that like it's such a specific thing with the boa. Such an oddly specific feature that we're gonna.
I feel like something's gonna happen soon because I mean we're gonna have the Yoshi video sometime in late July. Hopefully by our next episode we may have it, or it might be announced when it's going to happen. But there's so much stuff we don't know, and then we need they need us to reveal it.
Or the update will happen So like this episode will be out by the time the update happens. So like we won't. So like we're not gonna know. We're not gonna be able to talk about it until episode 48. But
it is true. Like that's also another reason why I'm a bit skeptical. Because like, why would they bring this update? I mean, even again with like a title screen and icon.
It's very early,
like, literally like 10 days before One Piece Day.
Maybe they're gonna do a lead-up celebration to One Piece Day potentially.
They could.
They maybe that.
What if they change the title screen every day so it's like a countdown?
That'd be on the real. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be pleasing. Like you'd be very. Because
I know Dokkan goes pretty hard with like every day they update their in-game apps, in-game banners and stuff to say like, oh, there's like 6 days left. There's 5 days left. Blah blah blah. They do that a lot, so it'd be cool if Treasure Cruise did something like that.
I totally agree. Can we talk about how Dokkan got top grossing as well?
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. I think I think Truth tweeted he's like Dokkan won't die or something like that, and it beat out every. I think it was on Apple. It got first, then on Android it's like third or something like that.
Wow.
I think Truth tweeted if you want to fact check me there, but
that is actually shocking.
Because especially because like the Uma Musume game like that stopped One Piece from even getting anything close.
Exactly. Like holy shit.
Yeah, here you go. Dokkan Battle Sales Ranking, iOS rank 1, Android 3.
That's impressive.
That's crazy. So there you go. Shout out all the Dokkan boys. They stay winning, So
yeah, I mean Dokkan ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
that's on God. All right, the meat and taters. Two meat and taters of the episode. OP Day predictions. We've been teasing, discussing it. I'm going to give you what you can pick one character that's going to be our OP Day celebration. Who is it, Todd?
Puma.
Hey, dude, I don't know, bro.
I don't think it'll be Kuma.
The thing is, like, okay, this is going to sound fucking crazy, right?
Okay.
But you know how, like, I might be off with the anime too. In the anime, they're at the Riviera, Saba's at the Riviera, Kuma's the slave of the Riviera. And then what was the whole push from Fuji to abolish the Shichibukai? Who's the warlord? Bo is the warlord. Is there... What if it is like a Riviera kind of themed or Riviera-based One Piece Day where we get the 6+ Sabo coming in, we get potentially I don't know, maybe even a Kuma legend. What if we get a new Boa, a new Mihawk?
It's not a bad idea.
A new Buggy, actually. You know what I mean? Like... I feel like that's probably the most far-fetched you could potentially get, but I feel like the chances of that occurring is I personally think quite high.
That's not a terrible idea, actually. I mean, yeah, considering that, yeah, they could do something like that, like Fujitora legend, or because we've already got a Bonnie legend. Damn, I don't know. There's just so many things it could be. Like I think the most likely thing is something to do with Wano. I feel like it has to be, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I kind of don't want it to be though. I like
there's already a lot of Wano stuff that should be coming in the coming
exactly
like, months and years.
The rest of this year, there's a lot of characters that are going to be coming out.
Yeah,
that are going to get like Wano based like legends.
Oh yeah, there should be a lot of Wano legends before the end of the year.
But we just got King and Queen, like we're in that realm where like the mainstay characters are getting like legends and such. So I would love if One Piece Day wasn't that, and it was a little bit different, and it kind of tweaked with the potential there.
Oh, I don't know exactly what it could be. Honestly, I don't really care who it is as long as the character's good.
Yep. I mean, I totally agree. Like,
as long as it's simultaneous, I'm happy.
I just want like one extra thing that I want. I don't want it to be a Super Sugofest unit. That would be for me personally. I don't really mess with that. Like, I don't want it to be a Super Sugofest. But like, I think from now on, especially with like the Roger and Odin release, I feel like any simultaneous release unit will be a Super Sugofest unit, which is like not ideal for me personally, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really like matter too much.
I feel like there's a good chance that I feel like it's more of a chance to be a Super Sugo than not at this point.
See, okay, so like for global players, right? If our French anniversary is gonna be Blackbeard Moria, One Piece Day banner will probably be the way to go when it comes to pulling on like for like pulling in comparison. Like, do you pull Franny or do you pull One Piece Day? I definitely feel like One Piece Day will be the way to go. I mean, that being said, like, I don't know what the fuck French anniversary is going to be. It's all up in the air. We all had assumed.
We don't even know that at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone doesn't want it to be Blackbeard Moro because of the batch, but I mean, it could be. I mean, a lot of people also want it to be the supernovas, but
yeah, exactly.
It's a bit hard for them to structure it in that way at this point.
I've heard of people saying, "Oh, they're going to push 7th Annie units forward." I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "There's no way. We haven't even got the update yet, let alone push the 7th Annie units forward." So
I just hope we get more clarification when Yoshi makes his video.
I think ideally in that Yoshi video, I would want one of two things. I would want French anniversary to be discussed, and obviously One Piece Day to be revealed, or at least like us told as a global player base that One Piece Day is happening, at least, right?
Exactly.
Because even like in all honesty, like if we're gonna avoid a new legend entirely and just go by like release schedule, Magellan would technically be One Piece Day-esque banner time, and then Moria Blackbeard would be French anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I feel like out of the two of those, probably Moria Blackbeard, at least Moria still, purely because, at least from things past, French anniversary banner has always been, like, quite incredible. So, hopefully, it would still follow suit, but I don't know. Magellan is out of nowhere. Like, I don't know, what are they going to do with Magellan?
Yeah, they really have to find a way to inject Magellan somewhere. I don't know where they're going to fit that. So
it would have to be, like, after Kizuna. I feel like it would have to be after Kizuna.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, like, I don't... Otherwise, I feel it's too late. They'd be going straight to One Piece Day in a couple of days.
There is a little bit of a break between the end of Kizuna and One Piece Day. It's like a couple of days or a few days. So I don't know if it's just going to be like a break day or if they're going to actually have something there. I feel like they're probably going to have it as a break day. And then probably in those couple of days between Kizuna and One Piece Day, they'll have the Yoshi video. That's my guess, but...
Yeah, I could see that happening. I could see that on the 20th, there'd be a Yoshi video release for
honestly,
sure.
Worst case scenario, though, is that One Piece Day arrives, the Yoshi video is after One Piece Day, and then Global gets nothing for One Piece Day. Like, no celebration or anything. That would be so bad.
I don't want that. Please, no. Oh. I don't know. Global's in a rut. It has ups and downs, but if you like, it's so easy to like to bring it back. Bring a One Piece Day event in. You know, hopefully make French anniversary desirable at the like. Look, if they're really gonna go with Moria and Blackbeard, they have to make it desirable. They have to be like, okay, 20 multis for either of them.
Well, like, we know max. No matter what they do for the French anniversary, it's going to be a Super Sugo, or at least it should be.
I mean,
so Roger and Odin are going to be there. So for people that don't have them, that's already going to be enticing enough to go for them. But at the same time, if they do a One Piece Day celebration, that's likely also going to be a Super Sugofest. So it's going to be the same thing as like February this year, where they had like the bait banner before the French.
And that banner was so good as well.
Yeah,
that banner was incredible.
Oh, who knows? Who really knows, man?
So here's a question then. The Sugar and Smoker banner. That was like, what, 700 gems? It was less even, right? It was,
I don't remember, honestly.
It was 20 multis, I remember that. But it was a very low amount of gems for Sugar or Smoker.
I think you're right, yeah.
If Mario releases for 700 gems,
oof.
What are your thoughts there?
I know that myself personally, I would pull for it, but at the same time, considering how many great banners we have moving forward, I feel like it's probably still a wise decision to wait until probably, Luffy Law Kid. That's the big banner. That's the milestone banner. Trademark.
Yeah, if we're trademarking the milestone. Like, the thing is, I feel like the milestone banner is out the window now. Because, like, there's so many good units in such a short span of time where, like, they're all easily able to be pulled on. All of them are able to be pulled on. Like, like that's my concern there, is that who knows at that point, right? But I definitely do hold out, and I do genuinely believe that that if Mario was 20 multis, there's a lot more of an enticement to go for it, I feel like.
Oh, 100%. People would do it. I don't think too many people would be going for Blackbeard though.
Oh no way.
But like outside of that, what other batches could they really put for French anniversary at this point? Because I just don't know what else they could kind of fit.
I mean, like the only way they could do it is if maybe they brought forward Bonnie and made it a whole like int celebration type thing.
I mean, they could do that.
But like
That wouldn't be terrible.
Other than that, I don't really know. Like I don't.
If they randomly put in Whitebeard, Shanks, and Marco.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of hot, actually.
That would be fantastic if they brought forward Whitebeard versus Shanks and Marco. Because because at least it'd be better for global players, because now there's not necessarily like 100 banners in a row you have to pull on. You could potentially pull on the Whitebeard versus Marco part, get them. Oh, sorry, Whitebeard versus Marco. Jesus, hell no. The Whitebeard versus Shanks part, sorry. And get them. And then now you can sit pretty until 7th Annie units come out. And skip everything. And then pull on 7th Annie units. And then you could also pull on Kizuna, Ace, and Sabo, because you'd have the shot at Fire Tank Pirates as well.
Mm-hmm.
At least there'd be kind of a space in between where you don't necessarily have to like pull on every single banner that comes out. That would seriously, if they do that, holy shit! Like we're in the bag then.
Oh, that'd be so good, actually, if they did that.
And like it's not like it's any new mechanics. Like it's just the versus mechanic, which obviously already is implemented into global at the minimum. So, I mean, it's definitely worth a shout. But One Piece Day, I don't know. We could get Magellan. We could get a new legend. We could get nothing. One Piece Day is up in the air without a doubt.
Right, and the thing is the chance of us getting nothing on One Piece Day for global anyway, I think is actually like, it's not even that unreasonable. Like, it literally could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard. I don't know.
It is, but it is what it is as well. So we'll have to definitely have to wait and see what
I'm excited
up
though.
there. I'm excited too. All right, the creme de la creme today. Solaris, shout out that guy. The database dude. He's released another quality of life request for 2021. Last year, fantastic thing that he did, and we actually got a lot of some of the features actually got implemented. So we definitely know that there's a positive like, you know, relationship here with the list and potential things getting implemented. So like I'm all for that kind of stuff for sure. But a new list is going to have his way once again. I wanted to go through. I know you made a video already about this, but I kind of wanted to go through and have a discussion about any of these things that really stood out to you overall. I don't know if you want to work through the whole list, or if you just want to if there's anything in particular you want to look at, because I'm happy to do either or.
No, I'm fine with going through whatever, honestly. Yeah. But
right. Let's just knock it out. If there's anything worth discussing, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, we'll keep moving. All right, selecting starting dual unit before an adventure. I don't think it's necessary.
Nah. I think that's the thing about this list as well, is that there's a lot of things that they're cool updates, but a lot of them aren't completely necessary.
Do we need them? No. Would we like them? Absolutely. I would like all of these updates, but
yeah,
if we had to pick 9 only, this is not one of the ones you should be picking. Yeah,
that's correct.
Pirate Rumble flags as sliders like CC. I think it's a fantastic idea, and it should already be in the game. In all honesty, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like a Pirate Rumble flag storage the same way that, honestly, all those utility items should be stored the same way candy is stored.
Yeah, 100%.
I honestly think so. Power up items. I honestly think. Well, the thing that pisses me off a lot is that candy stores up to, I believe, 4 9s, so like just under 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't we do that for everything else? And we do, but not limit break materials, which is obviously a part here. But I genuinely do think that every sort of power up item, whether it be tablets, whether it be candy, whether it be Pirate Rumble Scrolls, XP, like support medals should all be stored the same way that it is stored with candy. Because you're just going to free up all this extra box space. But not only that, everything's just going to look so much cleaner in the way the game would function as well. Everything's just going to look a lot prettier.
They don't want to give you more limit breaking like item space because they want you to keep playing treasure map.
That's correct. Unfortunately so.
That's how they do it.
Buffing rainbow orbs to count as any orb for specials and barriers.
That's like one of those ones where it's like, it'd be nice to have, but I don't think they'll ever do it.
I don't think so either. I think that's broken. that
would be so good though.
That's busted. Like, are you kidding me? That's so good. Sure, Mancherry just comes out of nowhere and becomes like one of the best units in the game.
Right?
Dedicated Team Kizuna slots. Oh, sorry, Kizuna team slots. Again, something that should just be in the game by now.
I mean, like, if Treasure Map has it,
it should just be there as well.
Pirate Rumble has it, then yeah, Kizuna should have it too.
Especially because like it's a bespoke game mode.
Yeah,
it has its own. Like if like you wouldn't argue this for like raids or for arenas or whatever, but this is its own bespoke game mode with its own like, you know, its own UX, its own little area. So I don't understand why they kind of. And plus, they already give us like the boss information about like the Kizuna bosses as well. So why not just like pretty much just emulate exactly what you're doing with Treasure Map and then just do that with Kizuna?
Yeah, exactly.
The features are the thing is that annoys me a lot as well is that the thing's already in the game. Surely it's not that challenging to just look at those features and re-implement them to the point there.
Yeah, exactly. Just copy and paste the one from Treasure Map, and then you can just change it slightly.
Bandai has a great functionality with Control-C, Control-V. So
yeah. Maybe you don't want to rely on that too much.
Ship rework. Again, I definitely think that this is this is actually different. I feel like this is definitely one you can vote for.
Because cola is like one of those things that
useless.
It's been around since the game's inception. Cola and ships have been a thing that haven't changed at all. It's been the exact same since day one. So I think that this is something they should probably look into.
I think because everyone kind of tosses around the ideas of like, oh, it should be limit breaking. It should be like a time duration boost from the collar. All of those are fantastic ideas, right?
Yep, exactly.
But like, I honestly think a limit breaking thing would be cool. It wouldn't like, you don't make the ships absolutely busted. Like, I don't want to see no fucking 2x attack boost ships because that, I mean, I'm down. If it's a flat 2x, like that's so much more damage. But like, make us work for it a little bit, but make it still like just use cola. No more added resources or whatever.
No, we don't want, imagine using character limit break materials.
No, I'm done. No, shut up.
As well.
Shut up. don't talk about that.
Oh my god.
All right, crit limit break ability guaranteed against type advantage or not RNG based ability.
Again, that's another one that's like would be nice, but don't think they'll ever do it.
I mean, they did update limit break abilities like a while ago, and they're not up. Like they like added a few things here and there. So I definitely could see this being a thing that happens in the future. But like,
that's a pretty good way to update crit. I feel
crit would be so good. Bullet. Does Bullet have crit? Hold on. If Bullet has crit, it's over.
I don't remember.
If Bullet has crit, it's actually over.
I don't remember.
Because if Bullet has crit, and it gets procced by type advantage,
right? You know,
it's not okay. Well, let's see.
He does.
Oh, Bullet wins again.
The thing with Bullet is that he's a 90% chance to proc anyway. So like,
yeah, it's kind of busted.
He always has it. Yeah,
it's kind of busted in itself.
What about Germa? Did Germa have it?
If Germa have it, that's kind of good too.
I don't think Germa have it. What do they got? No, they do.
Oh, Germa
would 70%.
Shit, hold on.
That's actually really good.
That's kind of good.
Imagine if they like make it a 100% chance to proc and they double the damage of a crit. So like bullets is 12% for a crit. Imagine if they made it like 24% chance, like 24% extra damage.
I think like you could leave it as like if it's against, you could add the like caveat of like if it's against type advantage, maybe double the crit hit.
Oh my god.
But because like if you made every crit hit double damage, that'd be kind of insane, I feel like. But then again, I feel like doubling the crit hit against type advantage would also in itself be like obscene.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of busted if we're talking real.
it'd be bussing.
More robust auto system.
No.
No. Should just learn. Just go watch a video about the
Just get
auto
good.
targeting. There's a pattern. There's literally a pattern when you manual target.
Just follow it, man, and just get good at manual targeting.
Just get good at manual. You know, the thing is, it's so rare you need to manual target these days, though. At least I feel like. The last time I needed
running like a really like obscure team that needs to attack certain characters or something. Yeah,
you're running some shitty ass like V2 Kuzan team that needs to hit like the particular color order or something like that. But like I think the last time I needed a manual target was against the bullet damage ranking event. On like that, there was like that one stage where you have to manual target, and then that's where like the bulk of your damage comes. Other than that, you don't need it. You don't need a manual target. Get out of here, weirdos. Go for it.
No, I was just saying, and we have a friendly new guest here. Now.
Guest for today's episode, Flamevious. What's going on, Flame?
I was actually about to comment on that next one because you were about to say the one I wanted.
All right, here you go. All right, this one's all you, buddy. Accept all mail and accept all Chopper Man mission rewards.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, that one's like it's kind of niche. I was watching Todd's video about it. There's like a lot more things that are more like prevalent that we need, but like, dude. When that time comes, like when like TM's over, or just like some big thing's over, and you have to sit there and like open like 30 mails, that's like I don't even want to do it.
This is facts.
It's so weird. It's so primitive that they haven't even got that as a system yet. Honestly,
it's so OG gacha, like old school gacha.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and I also remember when the last big version update finished and I was doing my Chopper Man missions. Like sometimes I would do like a bunch in like one sitting, and like I'd have to sit there and like get the 30 limit break materials all at once.
Yep.
Because they wouldn't just give you like a thing that says like, oh, here's like 5x of this, 5x of that all together.
The thing with that kind of annoys me about it too is that they already have the UI design for it. Like if you look at like the treasure map rewards, when you get the treasure map reward, like the point rewards, like how it shows them all listed in that like one screen. Like why can't Chopman missions just be made to be that?
You know, it's too hard. It's too hard. Dude.
It is way too challenging.
I don't think he had this on there, but I think this kind of goes hand in hand with this. I think there should also be a thing like, if you have like a bunch of gold tickets, like you should be able to like pop them all at once. Do like maybe like a multi with your gold tickets.
Do a friend point multi with all the gold tickets.
Something like that, because there's times where you have like a lot of them, and like it takes a long time sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Totally. All right, tablet proof of friendship and honor flags. Item success such effect rates are affected by skill up events. And then he also tacked on their Rumble levels EXP provided by dupes. That should have that still upsets me.
That wasn't not a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That still upsets me to this day. What's the point of it? There's no point to dupes anymore. Like there genuinely isn't. I thought like surely, you know, it's based you could get you already get more EXP if you feed a dupe of a character to another character. Why would you not have that implemented for the Pirate Rumble EXP? But that being said, do you guys think this is important though? Like doubling the effect of all these things when it comes to like skill up events?
Yeah. I think that would be a nice change.
Yeah. I think what makes it more important is that it's been a thing for so long and it still hasn't happened.
I think like I don't the crazy part here is like imagine feeding 100% skill up Pirate Rumbles and it was just double the amount of EXP you got. You just like you'd save so much resources by doing that.
I mean not even just that, but like tablets and stuff like that. It's so bad.
Oh, tablets have always needed it.
Imagine during
like,
big
even
celebrations,
if it was just like big events, I take it.
Yeah, like imagine like 100% tablet skill up rate during a big celebration. Like you'd save so many tablets. Just go through rainbow everything. It'd be so good.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Login rewards improve with login days. I don't care. I don't know.
Honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter.
It'd be like it's too late unless they're gonna like reimburse everyone, which they're not. But like it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, I've played some games that have good ones, but most have like very average. So I mean, getting what, like, was it 10-5 every 50 days?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's decent. I mean, unless the only like crazy one I would say maybe is if they would give you like 30, like that would be nice.
If they like if they really looked at it in terms of like they really want to upgrade the quality of it, just upgrade like the login rewards themselves. Not like the day rewards, but maybe in the login rewards, instead of giving 1 gem, give like a couple of gems a day or something like that. Like, and then that overall would just like make it like way more appealing to log in every day, opposed to like, oh, maybe I'll get something. But I think like we've talked about it before, but like, isn't it on Dokkan as like a specific character based upon how many days you log in?
Oh yeah, I mean that's super cancerous. So there's a free LR. It's a Spirit Bomb Goku. He's like low key one of the better free to play units in the game. You have to log in 1,000 days to get the character and all his dupes, but he got an EZA, which is like the equivalent to a Super Evolution.
Yeah.
But the only way to get that is you have to log in for 2,000 days. Which, yeah, I mean,
when he EZAs, he's very good though.
Yeah, but that's like if
maybe they could do something
if
like that.
They had like Rayleigh. Like, yeah, Rayleigh Skulls 2,000 day login or something.
every 500 days you get one.
But at the same time, like I think rewarding people for that amount of support, I think is kind of okay. But I mean, 2,000 days is pretty absurd.
But also, like, I feel like there's like I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like, there's a lot of people are logging in but not playing, right?
Right.
So like, I feel like it does, like, if you're logging in just to log in, collect gems, pull on a Sugo, then leave, like, I feel like maybe, like, this could be altered to more so improving daily Chopperman missions to actually, like, reward the people that are at least, at minimum, logging in, doing their daily Chopperman missions, and then if they want to get out of the game, then, you know, they definitely can. So I feel like it maybe altering it so it rewards those players more so than rewarding the ones that are just logging in. I think you definitely have to consider it.
Well, damn.
Flame has just pissed me off by posting the Dokkan anniversary sales, and holy shit, they're really good.
Actually absurd.
3 multis for $41. You're bugging. And that's 4 multis, isn't it? Because it's like 3 multis and the next one's free or whatever.
Yep, and for each multi that's not a free multi, you get tickets that goes towards another free multi.
Yeah. That's not okay.
That's just absurd, man. But it's funny because like a lot of the Dokkan creators, they complain how bad the sales are on Dokkan. It's like, bro, have you played Treasure Cruise?
Nah, Treasure Cruise sales are like a taboo topic at this point, I feel like.
Yeah, they don't know.
they really don't.
Alright, next. Revamp snails. Useless. Just don't pick up the snails until they the gem snails or the stamp snails.
I like it when they do those when they do those updated snails for events. Those are really good.
Like, unless you're really hunting, if you want to finish an event or whatever, and you're hunting a stamina reef from a snail, then by all means use them. But other than that, I don't think there's a necessity at all. While again, it would be amazing if they did that. It's nothing. You shouldn't be voting for it. In all honesty,
no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I've said this on here before, but I've always said this. If they ever did anything to the snails, I always wish that they'd make it so when you click on the log post, like, it would just have like a little icon of the snail at like which island it was at, so you don't have to scroll through like 30 of them.
Yeah,
I think if you're going to start with a quote unquote revamp to snails, it has to be that. But then secondly, you just have to make it more timely with what's going on. Maybe make it so they're like they have the same drops as chests do on Treasure Map. They can drop limit break materials, they can drop tablets, they could drop gems, they could drop stam refills.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Just do those, because then at least then there's an enticement to go and actually grab them or whatever. Or maybe even have a chopper mission associated to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you pick up all 5 of them, you get a gem. Or you pick up all 5 of them, you get like a stam meat or something like that. You know, or like maybe not even something as broken as that, maybe half a stam meat or whatever. So add that little benefit of like, you know, oh, you can go and if you pick them all up, you get something as a reward. So now it's like an extra thing you can do every day. And if players want to actively do it, then there's a reward for them there. Colorblind accessibility, awesome idea.
Did we ask Nick about this at one point?
We did. I think we did it during his episode. We definitely asked it. So I think Solaris, or no, not Solaris. Sorry, somebody brought it up as a question from the subreddit.
Yeah,
I'm fairly sure. I think it's a fantastic idea, but I think if there's a large push for it in terms of a lot of players are in the position that it would benefit them, then maybe. But other than that, unfortunately, I don't really see it being implemented.
Oh yeah, they'll put it in, but you got to pay for it.
you have to pay a gem every day.
That'd be such a dog act.
No, they'd probably the game would shut down. Like that would actually get abused.
Oh, that'd be so bad.
I would personally vote for that because my friend Exo, who used to play OPTC, and my favorite artist on Twitter, Chasu, who is also colorblind. So I definitely feel that. So yeah.
Hey, that's
facts. Shout out
to them. More consistent manual targeting system, but wait, did I already read that?
Oh, did we get the thing mixed up earlier?
Oh, more auto system as in itself, like auto targeting. But they coincide though, more or less.
I think I mean like auto is in like clicking the auto button and letting it play.
Oh, we definitely fucked that. We dropped the ball there. Yeah, auto system, no one gives a shit. Auto sucks. Like
people use it for treasure map to make it easier.
Exactly. Just to make it like more brain dead. But I mean, it'd be cool. But like at that point, you could just like if you want to be really cheeky, you could just run a macro. If you really wanted to be like to that level,
yeah,
you know, you could just make your own macro. But then again, that'd be cheating. I'm not about that here.
It would be crazy if they made it so like you can set which character specials to use on certain
Oh yeah, like, let the game play for you. It'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Like the only way that I could see it doing it is because I think like JP still has that feature where like the previous team you used on an event or like an island, like you can reselect it. Maybe like it would like copy your run or whatever, and then you could like you could use that copied run to like automatically rerun the event or whatever.
Something like that.
A glorified. Just give us skip tickets, man. Just give us skip tickets. It's the easiest way around it. Socket buffing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Just yes.
Yes.
Just do it. But like I don't think it's like you should vote for it, but I think it's a great idea. Adding an extra turn of despair or bind would be really cool. You know, I think like
break the sockets.
Oh, okay. Hey, that could. Hey, we could use tomes to limit break the sockets. Hold on. Use another use for tomes. You don't just stack up 10,000 of them.
Yeah, I mean, because that after like a treasure map in a Kizuna, like
it's over. Your tomes are backed up.
They just get capped again. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Allowed evolved units to have unevolved art. Great idea. Not necessary.
I don't think they'll do that.
Making a power-up system more streamlined.
What do you mean?
I think that what that means is like you can automatically you can just feed as many resources as you need to like max the character out.
Oh,
like that.
Yeah, no, that needs to happen because I think Todd mentioned in his video, dude. Like whenever you do pulls, like you can't play the game for like an hour. You can't play the game for an hour.
Correct. Some sort of automatic feed system or whatever would be really cool.
Right, like if you could go to the button where it says like feed for skill up, and like all of your dupes can get fed automatically to all the characters that they're supposed to go to. Like that'd be sick. but I don't know how they program that.
That'd be kind of annoying too, because if you didn't want to feed rare recruits as dupes to a character or something like that, you know, then you'd be in a little bit iffy of a situation there. But I mean, at least you could start off by feeding limit break ability, and then once that's done, you could like sell the duplicate characters and then kind of have a workaround for it. But it'd be too challenging, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I think again that could a lot of the quote unquote power up stuff could be solved by just having all those items be sliders. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, just have it all be sliders, easy money. Like, you streamline the most basic level of leveling up a character and evolving them leveling them up a game by just having sliders for like the resources to use on them. Bulk download, cool, not necessary. I mean, it is necessary, but I don't know why it's not a thing anymore, but it is what it is. Favorite saving across data transfers and faster favoriting, again, yes, that should.
Yeah,
that I don't know why that isn't a thing, but that's probably a limitation based upon like the time the game was made. Would be my kind of assumption, and it'd be kind of like you'd have to overhaul the whole system or something like that in order to allow the data transfer or whatever. I don't know. Selling out of season limited characters, limit break material sets in the metal exchange. This should just be buff the metal exchange. Like,
oh my
god,
general. They need to do that. It's so annoying how they just have a bunch of dupes every single month, and it's like, come on, there has to be an incentive to use those medals, because at the moment, like, there's so many players that are stocking up like 1, 2, 3, 4,000 medals, and they're just sitting there doing nothing. So like, they need to add items, they need to add exclusive characters. Like, even honestly, would be a really good idea is like maybe after a treasure map character releases, like 2 months later, put them in the shop. So they can't be used for other treasure maps for point boost, but at least if people want to buy them, people can purchase them.
Because there's so many good, like, at least a lot of the treasure map users that are coming out have very good supports. So like, having them available for like, oh, I didn't pull a treasure map banner, but I can pick them up for like 200 medals, like, makes it way more worthwhile to do so.
Like Rumble Scrolls as well would be cool.
Anything, limit break packs, like, dog, it's so free. It's such it gets me pissed off because there's so many easy ideas they could do, but they just don't. But I don't know. Retiring older legends as Sugo Rares and limited available legends on Sugofest. I mean, we already have the limited available legends. Retiring older legends, I don't know. If you're going to retire older legends, you might as well just have them always available in the metal exchange. Easy.
That was go back to the old days. You're going to pull like V1 Whitebeard, but he's going to be a gold.
No, don't do that. That's dumb.
I feel like with the current structure of Sugofest, where they restrict the amount of legends per banner, I feel like that kind of already does what they are trying to do with that point.
I feel like if you wanted to like really retire old legends, just dump them all into the metal exchange and have them always available. And that's it. If you really wanted to do it, but like I still don't see a point really. Revamp TM, yes. Done. That's all we need to say there.
Revamp TM, that's it.
Just do that. Improve friend captain, guest captain system, and increase friend limit. Increase friend limit should already be a thing. I don't see why it isn't.
That would be nice.
Improving friend captain, guest captain system, that'd be cool. If there was,
Is that the Bandai captain?
I think there was a different one for the Bandai captain. I think it's just like your friend captain, like the one you pick. Maybe making I think Gary mentioned it when he said it or whatever. He had a good idea, I'm fairly sure, in his episode, which you should check out if you haven't yet. But like maybe having a system where you can just like you can just set a bunch of characters as friend captains. People can just like pick them, where you can search. Maybe having a search field, and instead of you can just search for a particular captain. But
they should. I think I've said this on here before, but they should just make it so you can set like one captain per color.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea, and then one dual unit or something like that too.
Yeah, it's like a special unit. It could be like a dual or versus or something.
Filter based on support effects. Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Please, yes. Like, my God, what an added benefit that would be. Increase power feed to 20. You know what? Make it like infinite, man. I don't know.
Yeah, just make it max.
Make it like to again. This could be fixed if you just put all those items in sliders. because the features are already there. Like, it's all there. Just do it. Reduce animation time on animations. Yes. Let me just completely like null all animations from happening. Let me just pop the special and nothing. Just the special works. There's no animation to it at all. Do that for me. That's what I would want. Language options for... sorry, go for it.
No, I was gonna say that'd be crazy.
Yeah, but they'd make anything so much faster. It's just like all the tedium that you have to do when you're doing like 100 runs or something like that. Or imagine like treasure map, but no more special animations, period. It just streamline everything so much easier.
Does that include the boss too?
I hope so. I would hope so. Where are we at? Language options for German, Italian, Spanish. I think great idea. It'd be so much work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. And they got to hire more people in for that, and I just don't think they'd ever do it. But
probably just have to outsource it. But like even then, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of investment to do that. I don't think it's worthwhile. Fixing lag, pretty much done. I'm fairly sure. I skipped one. Improve visibility of requests in Kizuna. Just make it so if my people on my friends list have the priority, and don't cap how many assists there are. I feel like that would just circumvent everything there. And I can just scroll and find my friends. Or if I have people on my friends list favorited, put their requests at the top of my requests.
Because that's so annoying when you got like a friend that like you talk to quite often. Like, oh, I died on Kizuna. Can you come pick me up? And it's like, well, I can't find you. Sorry.
Even like for co-op or Pyre Alliance Kizuna events, the same thing. My team or my Pyre Alliance should be the priority in the assists.
Yeah, facts.
No matter when. Mass use of Kizuna tickets. Sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say, in one of my other games, I play Illusion Connect for our guild boss thing. If you need help with it, they give you an option where you can invite either somebody in your guild or you can invite like a friend.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be cool if like you can like request a certain person.
Yeah, that'd be kind of tight. Mass use of Kizuna tickets. Yes, just do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Just implement the system where like I can set it. So like if I can set it to like stop pulling and like continue pulling until I receive 3 slot bind tablets or the maximum slot bind tablets or whatever. And then at that point I can choose to either keep going or I can just reset it. So just have a really simplified system of it.
Yeah, it hasn't been as bad since the Team Kizuna, which was God knows how long ago.
Because we haven't had a Team Kizuna. That's why it hasn't seemed as bad.
That Team Kizuna, man, that was bad. Like, I remember like I was sitting there for hours.
Yep. Revamp of Raid Shop. I think the Raid Shop's kind of just dead at this point. Like they'll need to overhaul the entire Raid Shop if they really wanted to revamp it.
Like every monthly update, just go in, grab all the Rumble scrolls, grab the USBs, and then I'm out.
Move on. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Show debuff numerical values on tooltip. That'd be really cool.
That would be interesting if they did that.
I don't see why it's not a thing, but it would be really cool if it was.
Like if the boss gets like, if the boss like inflicts you with a chain lock, you can tap and hold on the buff, and it like shows you, oh, you've got a 1.1 chain lock.
And same thing with like defensive stuff. Like the rainbow shield, you can tap and hold on it and see what the percentage is or whatever.
Yeah, like a 50% damage reduction.
Yeah, or the attack the attack downs. That would make team building so sick.
Or even defense ups as well.
Yeah,
defense ups you can attack through.
Exactly, like that makes team like a treasure map would be a lot easier. Oh, okay, the attack down's only it's really low. All right, sick. I could probably just kill through it anyway.
Or even like showing what your attack boost is. Like, oh, I wonder how much attack boost I have. And
exactly.
You got a 2 times attack boost or something. Yeah.
I reckon that'd be really cool. Smarter supports. I don't know what that means.
Okay, this one's weird. So it's basically meaning like if a support says like when you're inflicted with bind, remove it. It's saying like you can choose if you want to activate it or not. See if you can save it for like another stage.
That'd be really cool. That'd be a lot of work.
It'd be so broken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go-up challenges would be a lot easier. Like, way, way easier. Because you could avoid a lot of things. You're like, oh, I'm not going to use the despair removal now. I'm not going to do this now. Like, like, it'd be kind of busted there. Where are we at? I scroll away. Crew log revamp, not necessary. Crew log's fine. I think. At least I think crew log's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be changed.
Yeah.
Double tap stack of manuals to automatically feed the maximum amount. Really cool idea. I don't see why not. Like, I don't think it's a necessity, but I think it's a really good idea. Retry original mission after invasion. Again, really cool idea. Not necessary, but I think it's a really good. Definitely be worthwhile. New method to get limit break materials. Yes, it's called the Resource Island, sweetheart. Look it up. No, but for sure though, like another daily daily mission to get limit break. Like, if they just had a daily mission for all the resources, it'd be really cool. Easy.
Just make the limit break cave.
Yeah, like a quest, man. I'd drop like 500 gems, limit break everything out. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I would literally every day I'd be in there.
I'd be hustling, I'd be grinding, you know. Mark units for auto feed, pretty cool idea, but again, I feel like I don't know, like there'd be a lot of overhead work to make that a thing. Toggle option for animation skip, cool feature, not necessary. Facilities for duplicating drops, boosting XP, or belly gain from missions and improving existing facilities. That is actually a really good idea. A duping drop facility would be really sick. Like, that'd be really sick.
I don't know how that would get implemented though.
You do it
like broad thing across all quests.
You do like a percentage based thing as well though, until you got to like the max level of the facility. I feel like that'd be like, yeah, at level 1 it'd be like 5%. And the level 35 would be like 100% chance to duplicate a drop. But that'd be broken. It wouldn't be broken, but it'd be really good as a feature though, I feel like.
This is like a little different, but I just thought about this. I think it would be kind of cool if they had like a facility where you could convert like a specific material for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for example, you can like convert one of the crappy like limit break tablets for like one of the ones you needed.
Yeah.
Like, you get like 5 or 10 for one or some shit.
Or just like breaking down an orb into shards like that.
Right.
Like it'd make you like you could balance your limit break material, and especially because like, I have 999 shards, I could like convert those all into orbs and then reconvert them back later when I need them or whatever. So you could like manage your inventory a lot better.
Yep.
Auto clearing encounters on treasure map after the first nav level. What do you?
Wouldn't that be like OP when you just like blitz it?
You'd only have to like farm 2 things every time, right?
Yeah, I mean that'd be nice, but that would just like kill the mode.
To make the mode way simpler, way more straightforward.
Right.
Maybe after a certain point you could do that, but level 1 I think is it makes treasure map way. Especially like imagine East Blue. Imagine like running in East Blue, it'd be over. It'd be over. Refreshing captains without resetting the game. Restart turn without resetting the game. Okay, that's busted. Restarting the turn without resetting the game would be kind of busted.
That actually
There's a lot of games that I wish just had that like a back button. So like you could like if you pop something like the wrong thing, you can like redo it.
Control Z.
Yeah, Control Z.
Refreshing friend captains would be cool though. I reckon that'd be awesome. Easy feature. Increased storage of LB mats. Yes. Just plain and simple, yes. Search filter by tags, apply tags to characters. That'd be cool, but finicky, I feel like. Unless like, you as a player could apply specific tags, but then again, I feel like that'd just be like insane. But like search filter by tags.
Oh, like adding tags to characters, then you can search tags. That would be okay. But I feel like honestly, the support filtering would be way more important than a tag.
Because that's like the last thing we need. Because we already have the filtering by specials. You can filter by class. You can filter by color. You can filter by name. So like, I don't think you really need this whole tag system. In my opinion, at least.
I agree.
Maybe like Oh no, but I guess you could maybe add in the Super Sugo units, but then again, there's so few of them. I mean, there's 5 of them now, but there's not a lot of them where you'd kind of get lost as to who they are. PvP versus friends, yes.
Oh, dude, that's like one of the big things that needs to happen.
Imagine the tournaments we could hold. PvP versus friends. That'd be so cool.
Yes, sir.
Effect text consistency. That'd be really neat, but a lot of work because you have to change a lot of characters, I feel like.
No, that's true.
Show amount of items obtained from chests in icon instead of in text. Don't think that's necessary.
No.
Make requests in Kizuna autocomplete if you have passed that level already yourself.
Oh, geez, that'd be cool.
That'd be so sick. Like you could like that'd be such a quicker way of doing like requests and such. Like such an easy way of doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Damage testing map. Awesome idea. Like awesome idea. And I think you mentioned in your video, Todd, like having Troublemaker missions associated with that would be really awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I think it'd just be like something extra to do if like there's nothing else like to do at that point.
Virgin parity. Surely that's already in the works, right? In terms of like catching things up. Supports for dual/versus units. I think it's a great idea, but at the same time, I mean, we're already okay with everything as it is. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Excuse me. Select team first when starting an adventure. I don't think it's necessary. Like, just
again, there's like so many things that are like not really that necessary.
Yeah. Disable adventure tips at the end of the adventure. Fantastic idea. Not necessary though. And then 2 times token, 2 times drop in Kizuna. Just bring it back, Forehead. Just fix it, Lamau. Easy. Alright, that was a long-winded process, but from that whole entire list, what do you think? I'm not going to ask you to pick 9, but what is like 1 or 2 things that you think should definitely be implemented, or at least definitely be vote as one of the 9 things people should vote for?
Well, I think for sure that the PvP with friends needs to happen.
I think so too.
That's like one of the biggest things.
I think you could toss up, like, I think TM revamp is such an, like,
it's so broad.
It's such a broad thing, but like, if that's the only thing based upon treasure map, then I would personally vouch for that. I think TM needs that new coat of paint to bring people back into like actually actively playing it.
I think the filter with
support effects,
nice.
I think so too.
And I think like the ship thing as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit more like off the cuff, but ship rework would be really tight. And then maybe even like, I don't know, maybe even things like dedicated team slots for Kizuna is a really cool idea, and I think it should be a thing. I think just for like efficiency's sake, auto accepting males and not auto accepting, but accepting all males and Troublemaker mission rewards would be really cool. Like that'd be hella useful. But other than that, there's not really like nothing else really stands out unless I'm missing anything.
Two that I would vote for would be Bandai Captain, because that's like garbage tier. And the other one is the expanded limit break storage.
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's a good list of things there, for sure. But those are the ones that we personally, I think, vouch for as ones that like need to be implemented there. But obviously, you have up to 9 options, but please vote. You know, like we witnessed last time that a lot of the things that were voted for actually got implemented from this list. So like, there's definitely some sort of correlation there. You know, so make sure you vote for this kind of stuff. But that wraps us up for the content.
Oh shit, okay.
In everyone's favorite segment. In other news, as we mentioned earlier, Kyoshiro, Kuromasaki are now considered Dendro and Hiyori. And I think now Odin will work as a support for I think Kuromasaki and Hiyori units, which is
so it works for both now.
Yeah, which is really cool. JP had the support Sengoku release. Great unit, about time.
When are they getting Kung Fu Luffy though?
Yeah, hey, hold on, that's a real question. The JP devs have acknowledged the bug with King and Queen specials. And
I heard about this, but I don't know what is the bug.
I think sometimes like the chain lock won't carry over.
Really?
Yeah, I think Stump in his stream was trying to like clear this, and it just the chain lock didn't carry over or whatever. So there's
what's the bet? What's the bet that when this comes to global, we'll also have the same
same bug, 100%.
Yeah.
But at least they've acknowledged it, and they're going to be fixing it. So hopefully, in this maintenance in the 11.1, you know, they'll fix it within there. Scooper Pirate Rumble CPU stages are out. So there's gems and there's Pirate Rumble. There's honor like the gold Pirate Rumble scrolls available. So always cool there. Plus, they do give you some ideas for like low level, mid level, and high level side teams. So if you're kind of looking for anything like that, or not low level, but mid level and high level side teams. So those ideas there. And Garp Challenge Hody will be in the upcoming rotation in the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise.
That's cool.
But from there, from everyone's favorite segment to everyone's actual favorite segment, it's the Q&A. As per usual, we have a lot of questions, so we're going to have to push through these today. But as per usual, if you have any questions, you can send us through at GGP Podcast or via our YouTube community tab on the Google Perfect Podcast. We didn't even mention it, but fuck, we hit 2,000 subs, by the way. Like, what the hell? Oh, wait. I totally forgot to mention at the start. But yeah, thank you guys. What the fuck? You guys are sick. Shout out Todd for the push, but nonetheless, like 2.1 thousand subs and counting now. We smashed our goal for our 50th episode goal of 2,000. So, I mean, hey, 2.5 thousand subs by the end of the year might be a stretch, but if it's, I definitely think it could be possible for sure to happen there. But you know, we appreciate
that shit done.
Yeah, we appreciate all the subscriptions that happened recently and such. So 2,000 subs, nothing to scoff at. We're sitting solid. So appreciate you guys for sure.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that one.
With that being said, though,
before we get into that, I just went over to the Reddit, the Treasure Cruise Reddit, and had a look at the new update that's coming out for Japan. And someone in the comments said that the improvement for V3 boas, Mero Mero, is specifically stated to be a visual effect.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't think it does say that. But if that's true, then that's interesting, I guess. It doesn't actually change what it does.
It's kind of lame, though. Like
he says in the comment, maybe the enemies will all turn into stone.
But you and our whole discussion just before is now to shit.
It's like just negated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. Anyways.
Questions. Close to time. First question from at Mr. Zmart, our guy Zmart. He asks, what do you guys think about the current cheating problem in TM and in Kizuna going forward in regards to Alliance Kizuna? I think he's in reference to like the absurd levels that the Korean players are getting on Kizuna. I mean, it's cool. It's cool if you get the assist because they get.
I was gonna say,
you get mad tickets.
It's all classified as as being bannable offense until you get one as an assist.
And then you're like, maybe I'll slide this time. But I like, in all honesty, like they made the push on Pirate Alliance Kizuna, the first one at least. Like, and they made actionable like effort to like remove those players, and remove them from the ranking as well, which is always the big positive step. I just hope that kind of stuff gets pushed now, more formally, and it's not a matter of like us having to argue and plea for these things to occur. With that being said, though, I don't know, like. In theory, you could get to level 400. In theory. But, like, you need, like, 200 potions. Or something. You need an absurd amount of potions. So,
we don't know the specifics of how this is being done, but, yeah, honestly, like, for the better of the game, they probably should try and find a way to stop it. And at least they've come out, and as you said on Japan, they've stopped people in Pirate Alliance Kizunas from, like, doing shit like that. So that's a good step forward. I feel like they need to do it on Treasure Map a lot more as well, considering the fact that Treasure Map is a monthly event, and they should probably focus in on that one a little bit more.
Yep, I totally agree. I think that, hey, first of all, hire me if you want to cheat, snoop. I'll start. I'll figure them out. I know them all, so I'm in. But like, I think that there has, I don't know. I think it's too hard to. I was going to say some things that we said in private with Nick and Chris. So I'm not going to mention nothing, but it's too challenging of a metric. Actually, you know what? No, I can't say, because it's exactly what I'm saying. It's too challenging of a metric to distinguish, because you can't necessarily go based upon damage, because in the past, actually we could now, because the damage cap is kind of relieved. So like, you could easily kind of base it upon like the new damage cap. But then again though, like, it's too hard to do based upon damage.
Yeah.
Maybe upon speed, maybe, but at the same time, like, where do you draw the line? Because some quests you can clear in like 30 seconds. Some quests you like, if you were like, would you kind of tailor it so it's per quest? You do a speed kind of thing, or like per event you like have an average speed or like a maximum speed, or like in Kizuna's you kind of like look at damage numbers and kind of figure out from there. Like, there's a lot. Unfortunately, with Treasure Cruise, there's too many like factors.
I mean, the fact that it could be all done mathematically, like, if they end up doing damage that their team it could not mathematically achieve, then that should be bannable in some way. Like, if
I think that's correct. Yeah. I think that's the right way to do it.
Because like all the mathematical processes are done, to calculate damage, and it's like, if their damage exceeds what their max cap can potentially be, then ban them.
I think that's the correct way to do it. Actually,
it's literally like one line of code.
I didn't think about that, but you're 100% right. Because like, shout out again to Solaris. Shout out to Knight though. What's up, man? Welcome, man. Just in time to talk shit in the Q&A. So shout out my guy Knight.
Imagine being late.
Man was shut up. Flame talking to me.
What are you talking about?
Bro, Flame didn't pull up, so don't worry, Knight. You safe, man. You were working. You were hustling. Flame was probably snoozing.
Bro, this is an anime moment, bro.
Yeah, the protagonist is here
at the end.
Hey, you put up with the best part though. You put up with the Q&A, the best part. So but no, Todd, it's on that. I totally agree. I think that like with Solaris and the way that the damage calculator is made, damage is based upon the level of the unit. If there are any buffs, debuffs, if there are any like event buffs or whatever, it's all based upon that. So surely like the math is already done in the back end of the game. Mm-hmm. So like when you build a team, surely like the game knows the maximum, because you wouldn't need to figure out the minimum inputs, I feel like. Actually, then again though, what if you just had a team that could clear the content but didn't do max damage? But I mean, that's an edge case, I suppose. But I think that the way that you've suggested is 100% the way that should be at least implemented by now.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Or fuck it, safety net this bitch and fuck everyone over. I don't know.
Could be a thing. Honestly.
But then again, it would fuck over everyone that has transfer locks, and that would kill a large sum of the player base, unfortunately.
Right.
Anyway, moving on.
All right.
At OFWGK Tatum, get a new name, please. I'm joking. Do you guys play fighting games, and if so, which ones do you? Any fighting game players in the cast?
No.
I mean,
I used to play them when I was younger. I don't play many anymore, but I will be getting a new Demon Slayer game in October.
Yes, sir. That looks good.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you count Smash as a fighting game, then yes, I played that. Otherwise, I don't dabble in anything else.
When I was a kid, I used to play the Dragon Ball games.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Budokai
Let-
Tenkaichi.
Oh, yeah.
Budokai is
sir.
cracking. That shit is schmacking. Yes, sir.
But these days, not so much.
Not so much. Ain't got time,
And
bro.
Fighters.
Treasure Crew's too big, man.
What do you say, Knight?
I said
He died.
Fighters as well.
Dragon Ball Fighters, is that what you're saying, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking about Dragon Ball
Oh,
Fighters.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do you say
Ball
One
Fighters.
Piece fighting
Yeah.
path?
Yeah, I was gonna say One Piece Fighter.
yes,
Wait,
Yeah.
if that
It's
counts, then
time.
I guess I play that.
Yes, sir.
All right. At Courage J2, I'm sorry I butchered your name. From the previous messages, the global team said that they will be, I'm assuming, catching up to the JP version as soon as possible. I don't really see it, and I really hate the two TMs and Team Kizuna, blah, 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 Arena. Others, what do you guys think? What can we do? I have no. It's a.
I mean, we can't do shit.
We as people can't do anything.
So he's saying that he doesn't. That we're catching up, but he says, "I really hate the fact that we had like the double ups of content." Like,
I think he said from the previous message, global team, they said that they'll be catching up to the JP version. He said, "I don't really see it, and I really hate the double up. What can we do?"
well, suck it up, princess.
Yeah, put up with it, I suppose. And the thing is, it hasn't happened
I like
though.
the double up.
It hasn't
like the
happened
double
though.
up.
Where
No, that's right.
exactly. Like the only double up we got was last month. This month it's one TM, it's one Pirate Rumble. Actually, no, sorry. Oh yeah, no, it is still Pirate. It is one Pirate Rumble, one Arena. It's all one. So maybe
Are we getting a double Kizuna?
Did we get a double Kizuna? Or are we?
Aren't we getting
Yeah,
like
we
2 units or something?
Well, not this time, but last month we did.
This time
we
we're
got-
not. It's just
right.
Croc. It's
We
just,
got Onami and Robin, and then the King last month.
this time it's not.
I thought I read something about like two units for this Kizuna. It was probably the banner unit included, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's definitely not 2 free to play.
No, it's
Kizuna
not
unit.
because it's just Doflamingo, 6+ Nami skulls. It's Neo Jinbei, and it's Kizuna Croc. That's all we're getting. Unless there's something we don't know that's going to pop sooner or later, but we'll.
Yeah, Flame has a secret team. He's an
shit.
on his channel.
Oh shit! Hold on.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kizuna.
Be on the lookout for my channel. No.
All right. At the Lord Shiro, they ask during Todd's last stream, the topic came up on if Bandai would make a support-only Sugo Legend. If that were the case, what kind of support would you guys give a unit like that? My personal idea is something like boost crew attack by 1.75.
In a support unit.
A support Sugo only legend. First of all, I don't want this.
No.
I would not
That's
like
gonna
this.
happen.
It's gonna happen. I mean, inevitably, right? Surely. All right, Knight. Dev Knight? What is the support Sugo only legend gonna be? If it's Baby 5, I'm gonna
Alright.
snap.
Why do you guys keep going with this Baby 5 thing? I've never mentioned Baby 5.
Oh, okay. My
on
bad.
this
My
show
bad.
at
My
all.
bad. Sorry, Dev Knight. What is
It's
that?
gonna be Giola.
Oh shit.
Dude, if I log in one day and I fucking see Giola support, I'm closing the game and I'm not playing ever again.
Honestly, I think it'd be cool if they did a V2 Brook support legend.
Yeah.
That
And
could
then
work.
maybe as a support, he would have a support, plus he could have like his revive mechanic in the support.
Oh my god.
So if you
Oh no.
and that, I mean, hey, hold on, I'm just saying, if they're gonna make a support only Sugo Legend, they have to make it banging, like schmack it.
Well, like they could have it like be a Brook character, and it attaches to all other straw hats.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then-
totally.
Like, I don't know, something like at the start of the final stage, change block and badly matching into matching, and then like boost orbs by like 1.75. Like that'd be broken.
Totally. I don't know though, man.
Or
Like,
utility, a crazy utility.
completely removes like 4 debuffs or something like that. I don't know, but like a support only legend would be. I mean, his idea is kind of good. A 1.75 times attack boost, but at the same time, like
Oh, but it's base
oh,
attack.
base
insane.
attack. Fuck. Okay, that's busted. I didn't read that part. Base stat, yeah, that's fucked. Like if every character had Sabo, like it's over. That's so much damage.
Yeah. Oh my god.
More units should boost base attack.
Yeah,
just in general.
Pretty underused. Pretty underused.
That's a really good buff. More units should do that. But I mean, like, okay, maybe not 1.75, because that's a lot. For every unit, that's a lot of damage. That's like a Kaido special for free, essentially. Like a 2x boost for free. But maybe like a 1.5 base or 1.3 or 1.4 base to the whole crew. That'd be really good support just for pure damage output. That'd be kind of insane.
Yeah, I can see that for a legend.
Mm-hmm. If it was to be a support Sugo-only legend, then that would make sense.
Yeah.
4x chain lock.
Okay, alright. Support Yola 4x chain lock coming.
Yes. Sir.
Can only attach to like Baby 5. Legend. TM Legend Baby 5 when she comes out. Was there anything else, sorry, on that anyone had, or we?
No, I'm not too sure at the moment. But that's a good one. Yeah.
This is like kind of crazy. I just thought about this. Imagine like how like Shira Man, like you can select which debuffs you want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like a Shirahoshi support legend, and like
you can remove one.
There was like a system where like her support like is like that, and
when the special's launched, you can remove something.
Yeah. You can remove 10 turns of one debuff maybe, or like 5 turns of 2 debuffs.
That'd be so good.
That's actually a really fucking good idea. Like that Shirahoshi wouldn't be like, I don't think it'd be like a necessity to have, but if you had it, it would make clearing some bits of content.
It should be one of the best supports of all time.
Oh, it would be the best support of all time. Imagine clearing.
Here, I got it though. We got to make it shit though. We'll make it only attached to Neptune and the brothers.
Neptune. Hey, hold on though. Neptune Legend for the Riviere arc. Neptune Legend. EXP by 4 times. Fuck it, send it, bro. Candy Duke, all that. I don't know, man. That
we can make it like Odin, where when Odin released, I think he had Hiyori support, but she wasn't available yet, so we just throw Orihime on there.
Yeah, easy. Dude, I'm down. Or even like an obscure character like Otohime, and then release like a new Shirahoshi legend.
Oh, that's what it is, dude. That's why everyone voted for that legend recently. So Bon Clay is going to be the support.
Oh, shit. No, he has to be the Disguise. He has to be the copy legend, man. He has to copy the color that's super effective against the other one. That's what he has to do. Come on, dog. All right. Platinum Wolf 99. They ask, hey, guys, how would you feel about a game mode where players build their own mini raid using characters from their box that other players on your friends list can challenge? Everyone gets a handful of debuffs to use, so no one abuses the feature, and everyone can get extra gems.
That's interesting.
I reckon it's a sick idea.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I think, hey, hold on. 11.1 was a friend update, like a friend kind of thing. They could. That'd be really cool though. And you could do it, maybe your alliance could make one and you could challenge other alliances as well. And that'd be like an alliance ranking thing, kind of like how Pyre Rumble has the attack team and the defensive team. Maybe someone could try to attack your alliance but you have a raid where the bosses are based, or the characters are based upon the characters that you pick as the characters you display. I know that's hella convoluted, but I feel like you could have some sort of attack defending system for with the
Super Mario Maker treasure cruise. It's pretty cool. I like it. That's a pretty cool idea, actually.
Yeah, I reckon that's an awesome idea.
I don't know how they'd implement something like that, but it sounds really good on paper. Maybe
even you could have something to do with maybe somebody on your friends list, or people can get selected at random maybe, or every month, because you remember with the this throwback with the blitz battles where it's Luffy versus Katakuri, where it's you were thrown on a team based upon your ID or whatever. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could do it like that, where every month it flip flop between odd or even ending to your ID, and then like the odds would build things, and then you could challenge the even, kind of like random style like that. I reckon that'd be an awesome idea to have it kind of like that. Where and then like, because isn't it with like Mario Maker how it's like you have a specific amount of like blocks or resources you can use until like it kind of caps you off, or am I tripping?
I don't know. I haven't actually built a level on Mario Maker before, but I assume it'd be something like that.
Because if that was the case, then maybe you could have it so like, oh, all right, you could put like 15 turns of despair, but then like you'd have like no other debuffs to be able to be used or whatever.
Right.
So you could like cap it so you can put X amount of turns or X amount of things, and then once those are capped out, then that's your raid. That'd be really cool.
I would
fair.
admit though that would be really nice for content creation.
Yeah, because then you could have viewers send you in content and you could try to challenge it. Like, even if it was just its own thing where, like, you know...
I almost deleted the game from my viewers' missions.
You know, like, and you could even make it like Mario Maker-esque kind of thing as well. Where, like, anybody can make them, but maybe, like, ones that get, like, renowned as, like, having very low clear rates, maybe they could make them like gem rewarded or whatever like that. But otherwise it'd be like really like mediocre rewards for clearing them, so it wouldn't be too overpowered maybe.
Oh yeah.
I think so. I think it's a great idea. Well done, Platinum Wolf. Someone should hire you. At A Chocolat, they ask 2 questions. What is your favorite music band to listen to that has made at least one song for an anime? And then on the vice versa, what's your favorite music band to listen to that has not made a song for an anime? You guys listen to any musicians that make anime music at all? Or
I mean, I don't know the band names.
Say the animes then.
See, this is why I have my list. Hold on.
I like Flow. Flow makes some good songs.
Oh yeah. I don't think I have any like particular bands that I listen to that make anime music. I don't think so.
All right, so
here you go.
Shout out to Captain Papi.
Hey,
the Snafu opening.
Oh yeah, Pog.
My favorites.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What else? Oh, shout out to the previous #1 anime of all time, Fruit Basket's openings.
Yikes. Awful.
But alright, so then we'll twist that. Who's your favorite musician right now? Or artist or singer? Just in general, yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite musician. I listen to like specific songs, not really like one artist. So I don't really have an answer to this question.
Night.
One of my favorite artists is Big Sean.
Yo, hold on.
For me, probably I don't know. I just haven't really changed in a while, but I guess Childish Gambino for me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought Knight was more of a Katy Perry fan.
Yeah, hey, hold on.
I mean, I mess with Katy Perry.
I fuck with that. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't like her newer stuff. I mean, I haven't really listened to it either.
That's actually true though. I'm not a fan of her newer stuff at all.
Right now
I'm a California girl.
Hey, let them know. Right now I'm a big fan of Snot. That's such a weird name, but he's so sick. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Snot at the moment. Ian Dior, kind of cracking. Yeah, that's me.
I hope you wipe up that snot.
Hey, hold on, bro. Don't make me wipe my nose. I'll wipe my nose about you, bro. Hold on. Anyway.
Hey, man, chill out.
All right. From OSD Yonko, they ask 2 questions. Choose one of the following versus units, I'm assuming to have in the game. Kizaru vs Rayleigh, Ace vs Blackbeard, Roger vs Whitebeard, Kizaru vs Marco, Zoro vs Mihawk or Mr. 1, and Sanji vs Mr. 2.
That's a pretty easy one for me. I think most people would choose Roger versus Whitebeard. I feel like the stuff that they could do with that would be so cool, like animation-wise and everything. That would be sick. But Ace versus Blackbeard would also be a pretty good choice too.
Mm-hmm. Fuck it. Give me Zoro versus Mihawk. That'd be tight.
Hell yeah.
I'll take Zoro versus Mihawk.
I see you. Hell yeah.
Flame Knight.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like,
I'll go with the same.
Yeah. Sorry, Mihawk.
These are like all ones that like I could actually see happening.
Yeah,
so
100%. 100%. I think Kizaru versus Marco would be sick as well. Like, that'd be kind of tight too.
I want to see Ace versus Blackbeard, but I feel like they do my boy Blackbeard dirty and give him like some crappy effect. So I think I'm gonna go with Zoro versus Mihawk.
There you go.
I still want to see Snake Man versus Katakuri, but
Todd will not shut up about that until it fucking happens.
All right, bro.
Please
shut up.
make it happen. It's One Piece Day.
High key, do you know one would be actually kind of cool if they did Zoro versus Kuma?
All right. Anyway, next question.
Wait, can we go back to whole cake so we can get maybe another pudding?
No, pudding versus Sanji.
Yeah.
No.
Let's go.
Yo, that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Wait,
you know,
no.
versus Dofi.
You're gonna be sick if we got any new Doflamingo crocodile legend
Or Kizaru.
or Kizaru.
Doflamingo.
Kizaru versus Rayleigh, choose that one for the list.
There you go.
That one. That's the most reasonable one.
Question 2. What do you think of another character concept, rival units? Instead of taking one spot on your team, they take 2. For example, Zoro and Sanji. At the beginning of the quest, Zoro is the captain and Sanji is the unit below the captain. Depending on the number of enemies defeated, which one defeated more, that character becomes the captain, or when you use their specials, or depending on the number of orbs you consume, that the other unit becomes the captain.
That's pretty different.
I feel like rival units is kind of like versus units, but different. It's kind of like the same thing.
Versus units V2.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's a pretty neat idea, having the, like,
that's pretty original.
2 units being consumed in terms of 2 slots in your crew are consumed by this rivals kind of thing. I think it's a pretty neat idea. The whole captain swapping thing could be like maybe a little tedious or a little annoying, but they could make it hella OP.
As long as the captain effects are relatively similar, that could work.
Yeah.
But man, like, I don't want another Sanji legend for a while.
Yeah, no more Sanji legends, man.
Yeah, please.
We need more. We need more Luffy legends.
Look, don't know about that, but
let's get another law.
Oh, that's what we haven't had in a while. Yeah. Night comeback? Question mark. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Actually, wait. When was the last Sabo legend?
Oh shit! Hold on.
Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm wrong.
Sabo. Ace and Sabo.
Bruh, well, Annie technically. Still Annie, technically Annie, but
we have the rotation. It's like Luffy, Law, Sabo, and then Sanji. Again, like an itch. Like it's coming up.
So what's next? It's probably
honestly, they need to do a new Jinbei.
Oh shit, hold on. With him in the anime now? Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
Jinbei, my boy. Alright. CS wins. Cody in Canada, I remember. Haha. What are some of your favorite types of podcasts to listen to? Personally, I loved unsolved mystery / unexplained stuff with the Somerton Man, the Springfield 3, and the Treasure of Oak Island. I grew up nearby, being some of my recent rabbit holes to go down. Any podcasts you guys listen to other than GGP, of course? Haha.
Wait, you guys listen to GGP?
Oh, no, I don't. Bro, I have to sit and edit your voices. Fuck, I don't want to listen to you guys any more than I have to.
I used to listen to a little bit of Joe Rogan here and there, but they like kind of stopped now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to too many podcasts these days, actually.
Go for it. Flame.
I listen to Trash Taste.
Yep, I listen to Trash Taste,
and I also watch a lot of sports podcasts.
I listen to Trash Taste. That's like my main go-to one. I sometimes re-listen to Check the Wire. That's a podcast by Northern Lion and Dan Giesing about like the intricacies of like YouTube and Twitch and stuff. They're hell interesting. When Shofu had his podcast, WDFA podcast, That shit was so fire, and it's so funny. It's only like, what is it, 12 episodes long? So if you want to just listen to a podcast that's just like pure like jokes, I definitely recommend that. Other than that, I don't really listen to many podcasts like all too often.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only podcast I listen to is the official pod, like Penguin Z0 and some of his buddies. Yeah.
Cracking.
It's like kind of fun podcast type deal. Sort of like this, but not Treasure Cruise related, so it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no one make a Treasure Cruise podcast, man. This is our platform. Fuck you. No, I'm joking. by all means, the more the merrier. Yeah, all right. Step to the champ. You best not miss. That's all I'm saying. Also, next part of the question. Now, this is what I wanted Knight. I was hoping Knight would rock up. Also, a recent discussion came up on another Discord I'm a part of. Waffles versus pancakes. I'm with Knight on the cookies, but got to go pizza with the other guys and firmly pancakes over waffles in this debate. All right, lads. The next food topic that I'll be tweeting right now as well, as we usually do in these parts. Waffles versus pancakes. Who you got? I feel
like I'm going to be the odd one out on this one.
All right, go.
This is hard.
I love we have to have a podcast episode dedicated to just like doing a food tier list where we just fight each other.
That's a good one, actually.
We'll do that
I
as
don't
an extra
know, though,
one.
for this one. This one's way too hard because, like, I feel like if you're just going plain old maple syrup, then waffles is infinitely better. But I feel like pancakes do everything else better.
Like we said with the cookies and donuts debate and everything debate, the best possible waffle versus the best possible pancake. In your mind, the best of each, which one are you taking?
Pancakes.
Oh shit! All right, we got one for pancakes.
Waffles.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I have to go with pancakes.
I'm gonna kick it to you. I'm gonna take pancakes too. Oh no!
I knew it.
Flames! No! Pancakes are so cracking.
I don't like pancakes.
Really?
What puts you off?
I have this weird thing where like when I eat foods that have like really soft textures, it kind of makes me feel like I need to throw up.
So like tomatoes or whatever as well. Would you feel about that way with?
Like, no, I don't feel like that for tomatoes, but like a lot of like the breakfast-ish foods kind of have that texture, and pancakes is one of them for me, so I don't eat those.
Interesting.
Waffles I can get down with though, because they be getting crispy.
Bro, both of those are like both waffles and pancakes again are so fucking fire though.
Yeah, right. Like there's no bad choice. They're both amazing.
I'm gonna tell you a story. So like we went to a concert once. It was actually a Lil Uzi concert ages ago. It was in Sydney, Australia. And like we were hella hungry afterwards. And in Sydney, there's like a all you can eat. Like sorry, not all you can eat. Like there's like a 24-hour pancake joint.
Hell yeah.
We all like 8 of us. We were like walked in. We all got like these like it was like $5 for like 5 pancakes or whatever. 5 Australian dollars, mind you. But the issue was those pancakes were so dead. They were just I could taste the flour. They were so dead.
No.
But I was so hungry. So like, and one of our friends, dude, was just like no fork and knife. Man just had his hands on the pancake and was just munching. He was like,
yes, sir.
he was just like rolling them up and just chewing. Like he did not care.
I don't remember if it was at IHOP or not, but don't they have like is it chicken and waffles or chicken and pancakes?
What is
chicken and waffles? That's everything.
What the fuck is chicken? Like, is chicken and waffles actually good? I don't know. That's some obscure
American shit. That's those smacks. What are you talking about?
It's so uncommon here. Like that is not a thing you get.
If I went to a restaurant that was chicken and waffles, it'd be weird. You'd be like, all right, this place is trying to be like unique.
Yeah, that's
what do you guys do? Like stingray and waffles? Like,
hey, man.
Waffles are pretty uncommon here in general, honestly.
Yeah, waffles are hella uncommon in Australia, without a doubt. Like,
that's wild.
But they're good though.
Alright, there you go. Pancakes and waffles debate. Wasn't as debate as we probably had, but Once again, it's 3 versus 1, as literally with every
Oh my
food debate
God.
we've ever had. This is 3 versus 1.
I just saw the rest of Cody's question.
Side,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, I want to read the rest of this before we finish it. He said, I will say, you haven't had a burger until you've put peanut butter on it. That shit
He's
hits
right, though.
different. What do you mean he's right?
No, dude. You haven't had one until you had that. I had one of those like last year. No, bro. This is one place called what is it called? It's like called like I forget the name, but there's this one place like in Wisconsin that had it, and that was like the first time I had it. And my God, it was crazy.
It would be Wisconsin. It would
yeah, bro, it's crazy.
But like, okay, so but what's it's not like what's on the burger that goes with the peanut butter though.
It's just like it's not like lettuce and stuff. That would be disgusting, and like mustard. Like that would be nasty as hell. But it's just like peanut butter, and then I don't remember what else, but I know it wasn't like any of the other shit to make it nasty. Like it actually tastes pretty good. Nah, bro. I'm gonna look up this place.
That burger sounded so unrememberable to you that shit is nasty.
But like, because I just don't understand. Because like at that point, then it's like surely if it's just like a burger that has like peanut butter and like sweet stuff on it, it's not it's just like a dessert. I thought he meant
it's not like a dessert.
What's on this burger? I need to know what the fuck is on this burger. There's shmeat. Some shmeat.
Yeah, I feel like even just like the patty, peanut butter, and like 2 like pieces of bread, like that still sounds kind of nasty.
It's
peanut
like
butter
cheese,
and meat.
Peanut butter and like bacon.
Cheese.
What the hell?
No.
American black, bro.
You're fucking weird, man. Cody's from Canada. Cody's from Canada. What the fuck
I
you?
vouch for my American people. That is not a thing.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you Canadians doing, man? Hold on.
Yeah, it's a Canada.
What the fuck you, Cody and Canada dog? What y'all doing, man?
That's a Cody and Night thing. I've never heard of that.
They can be homies there, but fuck, bro, I don't know, bro. What is
Cody's my boy, so I don't care.
I'm looking this up. Peanut butter on I wrote brother on brother.
Peanut butter burger.
Yo, brother.
Okay, to treat the PB as a condiment, toast up your. I'm reading this. Oh my god! All right, we gotta delve into this now. We can't. The website doesn't even exist. Unfortunately, this time we're unable to allow international traffic online. What the fuck? This website crazy. All right. To treat the peanut butter as a condiment, toast up your hamburger buns and slather the peanut butter on. Up to you if it goes on the bottom. Okay, doesn't matter. You can also make peanut butter sauce by mixing peanut butter and Dylba or maple syrup. Bro, but
it was like satay sauce.
All right, all these images look like exactly what Knight said.
Yeah.
Angus beef, bacon, and peanut butter and cheese.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
So I just looked it up. Someone said the nutty, salty taste of peanut butter only enhances the meatiness of the beef and takes the place of cheese.
No, thank you.
I'll just put salt on my meat and put cheese on my burger.
Bro, what?
The only benefit you get from peanut butter is the nut flavor. Pause. Like,
hey, yo. Hello? I didn't cover this type of podcast.
Hey, new podcast, GGP Food. Hold on.
Hello?
All right, by the way, in that discussion, 22 votes, 50-50 split for pancakes and waffles. So, I don't know, bro. It's kind of
the huge.
The huge, yeah. All right, moving on. Vince M. Zamora, they ask, yo guys, as always, thanks for the kick-ass/bomb-ass stuff you do. Was hoping to get your opinion on a feature that would allow you to auto-replay quests similar to what 7DS does. I mean, if you were to implement the auto feature in Treasure Cruise, that would be the coolest way to do it. Just like, have it so I can like replay a quest like 100 times. Easy. And then, here we go. Here's a fun one to end the podcast on. From Hey, I'm Miss Zero, they ask, any suggestions on how to fix how OPTC can fix the TM mode? No, baby.
Oh my God. How much time you got?
Yeah, do you want me to sit down? How many hours you got? In my opinion, fix the treasure map mode, just make it more streamlined by reducing the amount of time I spend on the map, make it so it costs less stamina to run, and make the drops a little better, and then you fix treasure map mode for the most part.
Yeah, and then increase the amount of materials you can obtain per run.
Yeah, from like 25 to like 100 or something like that. Like make from 25 to like 40 or 50 maybe to be more reasonable, I guess.
Yeah.
Just send me the TM units in my box and delete the game and delete the mode. Since I delete the game.
Yeah, send the units and then delete the game. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like a streamlining of the process where like it's less runs, or like not only less runs, it's just less time in between runs. Like maybe even do it like how Dokkan does maneuvering through the map, where it's like you can just like quickly get through the map hella fast. Like
yeah, they had an update like a way long time ago where they increased the speed of moving on the map.
Just do that with Treasure Cruise again, like double the speed again. Like make it go hella quick, so there's no like there's the less downtime you spend in treasure map, the better. I feel like the less time I'm on the map, the better the game will be. Simple. There's no ifs or buts, I think, there.
Yeah, the less time you're down bad, the less time.
Hey, that's the quote for that's the quote for today's episode, man. The less time you're down bad, the more up you are. And with that being said, I think that wraps us up for another episode of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast. As we mentioned a little earlier, thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. 2.1 thousand now, which is just obscene in itself. We really do appreciate it. We may or may not have something in the works for episode 50. There's no confirmations there, but you know we're thinking of doing something, but we're not 100% sure as of yet. But you know, hopefully something does pop up for our celebration there. As per usual, if you did enjoy the content, make sure you go down below to the Linktree link. That is linktr.ee/GoodGreatPerfect. We can find all of our social media platforms there. That being our Twitter at GGP Podcast, and then on YouTube and Instagram, at GGP Podcast, YouTube Good Great Perfect. And make sure if you enjoyed today's episode, you do subscribe and hit the like button. It helps us out a great deal. If you want to listen to us, just our podcast only, that is anchor.fm/Good Great Perfect. And there you'll find us on all the other podcasting platforms, the main ones being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. If you enjoy us as content creators, us as individuals, people, make sure you go down to all of our social media links. You go follow, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Without further ado, gentlemen, I have been Captain Papi, Knight, Flame, and Todd. Thank you all for listening to another episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Catch you later.